Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Relax.
Hallöchen, Freunde. Na, wie geht's euch so? Ich hoffe, euch gut. Ich hoffe, es geht euch besser als mir. Mir geht's eigentlich
There's
ganz so
no
geil,
need to
aber...
exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force
Ich
a
habe mir
conversation
vorgenommen... Ja,
just
sei mal
to
ein bisschen leiser
occupy
irgendwie. Bisschen für meinen Geschmack gerade zu laut. Weil schon bei euch kommt er wahrscheinlich gar nicht so laut rüber, aber bei mir kommt er gerade ziemlich laut rüber. Jo. Aber ich habe mir heute fest vorgenommen zu streamen, darum nichts da. Auch wenn ich ein bisschen Schädelweh habe, aber naja, was soll's. Ja, insgesamt war ich heute um 7:30 irgendwie auch schon voll im Bettgestimmung. Oh mein Gott, ich bin dann erschreckt dann aus meinem Bett gesprungen. Ach, scheiße, stimmt, ich will noch streamen. Ich habe gedacht, es wäre schon wieder zu spät, weil
You
es jetzt
think
schon
I've
wieder
got a
so dunkel
sharp
draußen
tongue?
ist. Habe ich gesehen,
I
es ist
just tell
erst
it like it
7:30.
is.
Das heißt,
If someone can't handle it, maybe
ist noch
that's their
nichts
problem.
verloren. Ja, gut. Schon, das im Titel steht, wir machen heute das Event, das letzte Woche irgendwann rausgekommen ist. Ja, weil ich habe mir gedacht, ich schaffe das nicht, da die Quests immer zeitig aufzunehmen und auch hochzuladen. Darum habe ich gedacht, wir machen das jetzt einfach so. Ich schaue, wann... Ich habe geguckt, wann alles online ist, alle Spiele, alle Quests. Ja, und dann... Das ist eben heute, darum. Was haben wir denn da?
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time? Oh, do I spy a traveler and a paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
Hallöchen!
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes.
Ja, ich habe viel zu erzählen.
I knew I could count on you. What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something delicious?
Ah.
We were talking about one certain traveler and how two's company but three's a crowd as the inseparable duo tour around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
Was?
What the? It just gets worse and worse. Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of one speech each what this event is about?
Ein Zellfestival. Egal, nein, ein Poesiefestival. Hm?
It's a poetry gala, and Mondstadt and Leo are hosting it together.
Das ist
Do
sehr
you still
cool.
remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Wann war das letzte Ritual? Boah, das ist schon wieder her. Oh mein Gott. Das Ritual ist ja irgendwann immer am Anfang des Jahres, ne? Wait. Wann war das? Das Ritual ist doch immer so am Anfang des Jahres so zu Neujahr, ne? Oh, das ist schon wieder 8 Monate her. Oh, ich werde wahnsinnig, ne? Es ist vor allem jetzt auch schon Oktober, ne? Noch 2 Monate, dann ist das Jahr vorbei. Das vergeht mir alles viel zu schnell hier. Da werde ich verrückt. Oh.
Oh, something about writing poetry together?
That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but eventually, in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Bit of a weird name.
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hu-Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now.
Naja.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved.
Gut. Ich freue mich auf eure Gedichte. Weil ich schreibe keine.
Sure, you'll be amazing.
Pff.
Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
Mit Wolkenherz zum Wolkenmeer. Wann war das? Ich erinnere mich nicht.
Looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Nein!
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right?
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but you still guessed it wrong.
Huh? Wait, Paimon guessed wrong?
Ja.
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
Ich hab's ja schon gedacht. Da oben, das ist doch... Ich hab eigentlich schon damit gerechnet, dass wir schauen, dass es erst über den Weg rennen, weil der chillt da ja immer, aber...
I already told you. I'm not going.
Oh, you're here too.
Ja, sicher. Wo ist denn er sonst?
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid, as you well know.
Hey
Ja.
now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wandering lonely as a cloud in no time. And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer us on. But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with.
Der geht da nicht runter.
Take a quick walk and
Es
check
ist
things
nett von dir gemeint, total, aber der geht ja nicht runter. Mich hat's ja schon gewundert, dass er damals mit Zehnerfrei zum Essen gekommen ist.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
Mach mit! Bitte! Hab mir doch auch mal Spaß!
I'll consider it.
Na, das ist ja schon mal etwas. Jetzt geht er wieder.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived by now.
Ja.
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later. Plus, our Adeptus friend might need a bit more convincing. We'll see if we can coax him down.
Yeah, we'll be on our way then.
Ja, da steht wenn dann nur irgendwo auf dem Berg daneben. Ausflug der Poesie, erstes Gedicht. Geselliges, was? Geselliges Beisammensein. Wunderbärchen. Dann gehen wir doch mal runter. Ich habe das schon gesehen und habe dann einen großen Bogen drum gemacht. Hast du das da unten schon gesehen? Ja, nicht, dass ich da... Oh, wir müssen erstmal zum Steintor. Nicht, dass ich da wieder in irgendwas reinlaufe. Also, wer das so typisch ist.
Lovely. Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
Na, wen haben wir denn hier? Xingxuan Changhyun.
Well, look look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
Hey, Shincho and Changyun are here too.
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
How your
Drag
words
me.
wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of evil spirits? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
Oh, meinen Sie Noel?
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super strong.
Ja.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we trouble you to introduce us later?
Oh, sicher. Kein Ding.
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Ja, warum schon so angepisst? So kenne ich dich gar nicht.
What investigation?
Investigations?
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond. Relax, dear Paimon. All will be revealed in time.
Okay.
Okay. Weird. Egal. Dann lass mal runter. Können wir gleich irgendwie mit Noel quatschen oder so? Ja, da hinten ist sie doch. Oh,
Too slow.
und oh, wie hieß der? Mika. Mika ist auch da. Wie hieß- Hello, hello.
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon.
Ja.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
Ja?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Seid ihr Repräsentanten von Mondstadt oder?
Representatives? No. Nothing fancy like that.
Ach so, einfach bloß Besucher.
We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue.
Ah.
But I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself.
Oh.
She's a true
Oh.
knight.
Well.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as Sir.
Ja, das ist irgendwie, es macht mich irgendwie sad, dass sie noch nur eine Magd ist. Das ist irgendwie ein bisschen sad, so. Ich meine, sie gibt sich ja so viel Mühe.
No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Anyway, Master Jean did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved in the poetry gala as much as we can.
Ist Gina eigentlich auch hier?
But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Was zählt ist die Teilnahme, ja?
Plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
Ja!
Perhaps the challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
Was?
Paimon wouldn't go that far.
Nee.
But anyway, no backing out now. See you soon.
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
So.
Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Wir können zusammen was schreiben. Okay? Aber kein Streit. Vor allem kein Streit um mich, bitte, ne? Hallo Jochen! Oh mein Gott, ich habe das schon auf TikTok gesehen. Hier ist einfach ein Jochen! Das ist so geil. Dann merkt man, der ist das Monster. Weil Monster soll ja irgendwie so die deutsche Nation darstellen und gut, die ganzen Playbaren-Charaktere haben, ich weiß nicht was, haben nicht unbedingt deutsche Namen, aber Jochen ist einfach geil. Aber dann hören wir an, dass das ja eigentlich ein chinesisches Spiel ist, ne? Wie sprechen die Chinesen Jochen aus? Da wäre ich dann schon echt so interessiert drin, ne? Aber ich finde das so geil. dass er einfach ein Jochen ist. Und der Jonas auch hier. Überraschenderweise tatsächlich. Sie ist bestimmt nicht hier, um Barkeeper zu spielen.
Traveler in
Das würde mich auf jeden Fall wundern.
I didn't
Obwohl,
expect to see you here. Are you here
Welche?
to mix drinks? That's right.
ja.
I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry.
Und das gefällt dir so gut?
You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it. But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know.
Oh mein Gott, das ist einfach. Jonas Hass gegenüber Alkohol ist einfach unbeschreiblich.
How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable. Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt again.
Das schaffst du nicht, Süße. Weil du bist einfach zu gut. Du hast Magic Hands, ne?
Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result. Just you wait. I ain't about to mess this up.
Viel Erfolg.
Gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself.
Dann wird Zeit.
Join in. It'll be fun. Fine, if I have time.
Okay. Abgemacht. So. Wen haben wir noch? Oh. Ab zur Öffnung. Plötzlich wieder ein Windstoß.
Poems
Ah.
and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Ja.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Finches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome, one and all, to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Lua and Mondstadt.
Okay, dieses Eröffnungsgedicht habe ich jetzt nicht verstanden, aber wir haben gerade in der Schule Gedichtsinterpretation. Wir schreiben morgen die große Probe und dann ist das Thema zum Glück endlich gegessen, weil ich bin bloß in der 10. Klasse, da machen wir nicht so viel drüber, nicht so viel wie die Gymnasiasten, die tun mir alle leid. Ich verstehe, ich habe keinen Plan von Gedichten. Es ist wirklich schwer. Es ist wirklich schwer, Gedichte zu verstehen, ja. Und ich will gar nicht wissen, wie schwer es ist, Gedichte zu schreiben, ne? Also, ich weiß, das ist ja eigentlich irgendwie alles eher so lilala, diese Gedichtchen hier, aber die muss sich ja trotzdem jemand ausgedacht haben. Und ich glaube jetzt zwar nicht, dass sie sich dabei so viel gedacht haben, wie richtige Dichter zu keine Ahnung welchen Jahrhunderten, aber ich glaube auch kaum, dass ich da viel rein interpretiert habe. Es hat sich einfach nur gereimt, so gut angehört oder so, keine Ahnung. Aber Gedichte sind schon ein krass schweres Ding eigentlich, ne? Und ich werde da immer wahnsinnig. Unsere Gedichtsinterpretation soll nur so über 2 Seiten gehen. Aber, nur nicht einmal das habe ich angebracht. Ich glaube, ich habe 1,5 Seiten oder so geschrieben, weil ich die Gedichte nicht verstehe. Wie soll ich da was reininterpretieren, wenn ich es nicht verstehe? Aber naja. Ach nee. Weißt du, wirst du mir jetzt auffällig, genau jetzt, wo wir das in der Schule machen, kommt das hier. Ne? Sollen wir mir jetzt irgendwas sagen? Willst du mir sagen, dass ich mich für die Gedichte anstrengen soll? Ich habe das Gefühl, also es wird so eine große Probe morgen, aber ich habe das Gefühl, ich werde das sowas von was hauen, Digga. Ich hab dieses Jahr in der Schule noch nicht viel Gutes geschafft. Doch, 1 3 habe ich geschrieben und der Rest war alles darunter. Naja.
Or in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Ich erzähle schon wieder so viel über meine Schule. Dabei haben wir jetzt dann noch Story, die erzählen kann. Ich soll aufhören, das zu machen, weil wenn ich einmal anfange, höre ich nicht mehr auf.
We're your hosts, Liyue's versemonger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the
Geil, dass es mit Wein da drin steht.
The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
Oh
If
ja.
you're here,
Ja,
you're
neue
our
Freunde ist
guest,
relativ bei uns, ne?
so please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words. Just write from the heart in whatever form you like.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of 3 days. Let's get right to it. The first theme is Riddle Me This.
Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good choice for a warm-up activity.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And remember, whoever guesses the most riddles correctly will get a prize.
Ja.
The neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has officially begun.
Oh mein Gott, ich finde sowas immer irgendwie so.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
Ja, ich glaube
I just
schon.
read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Das hat sich gerade irgendwie gestellt angehört, Palmen. Kurz und deutlich.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks like I still have a lot of learning to do.
It's nothing really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it. What could it be talking about?
Something that flies high and far. Oh, that makes me think of dandelions.
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? If there even is one. What do you think, Traveler?
Ich denke, Löwenzahn ist schon die richtige Antwort.
Great. Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Der Schlüssel liegt in den Gefühlen.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Bei Interpretation gibt's keine richtige und keine falsche Antwort. Beziehungsweise eigentlich gibt es bei Interpretation keine falsche Antwort, weil alles, was du schreibst, ist eigentlich richtig. Auch wenn anderes vielleicht nicht kannst du nachvollziehen können. Deswegen ist diese Gedichtsanalyse-Scheiße auch so schwer, weil du auch immer erklären musst, was du denkst. Und dabei verstehe ich selber nicht genau, was ich darüber denke. Aber genau das ist halt das. Man kann das nicht bewerten. Darum ist eigentlich bei sowas. Bei Interpretation gibt es kein Falsch.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh yes, I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddles.
Ach, bestimmt. Bestimmt. Was hängt da?
This one says... Oh, this handwriting is just awful. like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Aha.
Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter? Paimon's gotta try that.
Du würdest es wirklich gebrauchen, ja. Nein, Spaß.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Ja.
Huh? So have you got any ideas, Shincho?
Well,
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Ah.
Oh, so this is Shincho's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting you to write something a little more elegant.
this festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing something more accessible and less flowery, so that more people could enjoy it.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon the answer on the slide?
Buddy.
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Meanie!
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Ja, sicher doch.
At least you're nice to Paimon.
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Ha! Prepare to get stumped!
Ach nee, wir müssen auch jetzt nicht wirklich selber ins...
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how.
Ja, natürlich nicht. Du redest einfach zu viel und denkst nicht nach.
Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest.
Was?
Is this talking about some kind of animal?
Tiere müssen auch was essen. Das muss was anderes sein.
It's a chair.
Ah! Ja, das macht durchaus Sinn.
Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quickly? Wait, were you the one who wrote it? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of one.
Ach ja?
Maybe I should try to come up with one too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to know the answer?
Nein.
No need. I don't really care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. We should regroup with the others. Sure, have fun.
Was für ein Rätsel hast du aufgehängt? Dürfen wir es auch erfahren?
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions, it's time to reveal the first riddle.
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh. That means I have to be first to raise my hand.
Och, mach dir nicht so viele Gedanken. Das ist nur ein Spiel, okay? Ganz
Please choose
entspannt.
Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Ah.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh. This riddle is, unique. Especially the handwriting.
Was?
I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. Baked. I pass through the lips, one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Oh mein Gott, wie geil! Hat der echt so eine grausame Handschrift? Ist er vor sich hin stottert, wo ich es nicht lesen kann. Das ist ja so genial. Oh nein, ich habe nicht gedacht, dass er so eine grausame Handschrift hat. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Okay, das gefällt mir, das mag ich.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
Brat. It's pizza.
Was?
There's pizza.
Hä?
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza in your mind?
Geil. Ja, einfach.
While I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like mora meat?
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving. So,
Was laberst du, Palmion? Lass es einfach sein.
okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something that makes people more intelligent.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time.
Wie überrascht. Warst schon freudig überrascht. Palmion, du willst echt Bücher lesen?
What is it? Have you got it?
Oh. Ach so, oder so. Buch? Buch? Ja, von Büchern bin ich intelligenter. Was hat das mit dem Essen zu tun? Ich weiß es nicht. 4 Ecken und das viele Sesam große Zeichen drauf geschrieben. Beim Lesen gehen die Wörter durch die Lippen und dann wird man klug. Stimmt, er liest ja so viel.
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Hallo? Es war meins! Das ist mein Punkt. Das war meine Idee.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, how did I not get that? Come on, Mika. Concentrate.
We're awesome at this!
Das habe ich auch gerade gedacht. Ja?
What Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this.
Dankeschön.
Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy, snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Leela.
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Ja?
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of plant that lives in cold, high places?
Mika, please go ahead. As a full knight of Favonius, you represent all of us from Mondstadt here.
Ach, komm.
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first. You should be the one to guess.
My answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and you beat me to it.
No, I didn't. You were
Ach,
just
komm schon, Kinder.
how gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are towards each other. How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
Whoops, I didn't realize we'd made such a scene.
Oh, crud. I guess we dragged that out a bit. So, Noelle, what do you...
Yes, let's. Our answer is...
Cecilia!
Cecilia. Cecilia. Cecilia?
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. The Cecilia is held by many Mondstadters to be the true wind bloom. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were looking for. Sorry. Any other answers?
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong. Maybe it's a plant from Liyue.
Is the answer Genshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Genshin is the right answer.
No! Shinjo got it before Paimon could.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flower standing proudly and alone on high.
Es schaut irgendwie so nach Fontaine aus.
So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three contestants earn a point each.
Yeah.
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already.
Es ist nur ein Punkt.
You're probably right.
Oh my
Moving
God.
now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so floaty? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there. So full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug glug glug, down it goes.
What?
Paimon's. They picked Paimon's riddle.
Was?
What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
No way. Well, go on then. Tell us the answer if you're so sure.
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
It's, ja.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Du bist... Ach Mann, Fabian.
Me too.
Du bist doch einfach
You're
dämlich.
all completely wrong. How the heck did you all think the answer was Paimon?
Was ist dann?
Do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
I heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim. So if she fell in the sea, then...
Glug, glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again?
Denk doch noch mal drüber nach.
No, you're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber.
Was?
You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
The Jade Chamber? Ah, ich verstehe. Stimmt, das fliegt ja auch die ganze Zeit. Er hat keine Flügel. Er hat viel Mora in sich, weil Ningwen liebt Mora. Und es ist auch schon mal untergegangen und man hat nicht mehr so viel bergen können. Wie geil das alles. Paimon. Ja, aber Paimon. Ich dachte schon echt Paimon, der so Paimon wäre auch eine gute Antwort gewesen. For real. Aber JJ macht auch Sinn. Wenn man so denkt, macht es auch Sinn.
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more accurately. In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem, it would be the perfect riddle.
What do you want to add?
The traveler's companion and talkative guide, a praiseworthy presence always by their side.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
Ja, Paimon, ist okay. Nein! Ruhe.
Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to everyone who answered just now.
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinto, Paimon still feels like she got a little smarter.
Hoffentlich.
Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before? Let's go ask him about it.
Das möchte immer überall mitmischen. Muss das sein?
Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
Oh, are you collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Warum guckt er so?
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
Are you sure? In that case, I'll gladly take it.
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck, we'll still show up even if you're unable to call.
Au! Ciao!
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying
Wie
something about
wie
needing
nett.
help?
Wie nett, Paimon.
Oh, yeah. That.
Der,
How
ja.
about I put it in riddle form?
Nein!
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be found.
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghosty in the wild.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my pure yang spirit, and immediately prepared to exorcise it. But none of my methods had any effect on it, and when I went to try and get a closer look at it and tried to ascertain what I was dealing with, it disappeared into thin air.
You're sure it's not a ghost or spirit of some kind?
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body, and if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking back on it, if it wasn't an evil spirit, maybe I offended some kind of adeptus, or illuminated beast.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have reacted the same way. Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find out the truth.
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted tail?
Why don't you take a guess first, Tutal?
Oh, that means you have.
Ja, vielleicht hat er was im Kopf, ja?
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon. So whatever it is, it's not dangerous. How about this? We can incorporate a search element into tomorrow's poetry activity.
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
Close, but no. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax tonight and get a good rest before tomorrow.
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the wine stand.
Ach, Menti. Ja. Oh, das war jetzt tatsächlich schon der erste Akt quasi, beziehungsweise das erste Gedicht, glaube ich, wird es hier genannt. Also jetzt ungefähr bei einer Dreiviertelstunde wird das, dass ich schon auch zwischendurch so viel anderes Schmarrn gequatscht habe. Ja, ging es wieder irgendwie sehr schnell. Solche Quests sind ja immer ein bisschen kleiner. Die Spiele spielen wir jetzt zumindest noch nicht. Was ist da? Achso, das habe ich voll, ne? Mache ich später. Wir spielen erstmal die Quest durch.
Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
Welches Blatt?
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
Ja.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. We will all reconvene here tonight. Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Kein Ding.
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Ach.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job.
Because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be fun.
Da ist nichts falsch daran, sich helfen zu
The way I see
lassen.
it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much. I will be sure to repay your kindness someday.
Now, how about we split into 2 groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique poems?
That's true. But how do we decide who goes in which group?
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah! That'll make things even more fun.
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd, and I can't think of anything to say to them?
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first.
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief. At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think... that won't be...
I also await your guidance.
Kein Grund, so förmlich zu
Take
sein,
care,
okay?
everyone. See you all tonight.
Jo.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then let's get going.
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy.
Sag nichts
Alright.
laut.
Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like to go?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Okay, dann zeig uns den Weg, Teamleiter Chongyun. Hm?
Captain. Hey, quit messing around.
Hey, mach ich nicht. Ich wusste doch, von irgendwoher schaut er zu. Das ist einfach nur Trennen unter Blättern. Zweites Gesicht. Es war irgendwie ist er immer da. Vor allem, wenn dann wieder das Wort will, dass irgendwas komisches, dämonenartiges, was weiß ich da ist, dann ist er sowieso immer da. So. Also unser Dämonenbändiger muss ja doch immer vor Ort sein. Ja, lass mich in Ruhe. Oh.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is this the kind of place you like to take a walk?
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Exorcism?
No.
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Oh. Aber ja, sowas haben wir in Monster nicht, ne? Das ist ein bisschen fragwürdig.
Chongyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide. Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Na, wie kommt's, dass du doch herkommst?
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours?
Ja, kann man so sagen, ja?
This is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue. An adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
Ja, Der nimmt das nicht so genau, ne?
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
Ich glaube, er kann es von beiden so
When I
richtig.
heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here.
Ja.
I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
Ja, dafür ist es. Habe ich doch gesagt, ne? Wenn irgendwas mit Dämonen ist, dann ist er da, weil das ist er hat Conquer of Demon.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it already left.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Warte kurz. Mach doch auch mit, bitte.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that I would like to ask you.
Komm schon, bleib doch hier.
fine.
Oh, hey! Oh mein Gott, echt? Wow. How unexpected.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe all the Adepti in Liyue are like this.
Ja, kann man fast schon so sagen. Eher zurückhaltend.
Team Chongyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us.
Sei einfach. Nein.
Don't overthink it. Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients? Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new ingredients while I'm here. I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true? I'm gonna mix them into my drinks and give it a try.
Uh-huh. Julian chilies. I'm not sure that would taste very good.
That's the point.
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a whole bunch of them.
What the?
Ja.
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Ja. Ja. Definitiv. Hat ihr auch schon mal Schleim in ihr Gericht reingeschmissen oder so? Ach süß, uns wird ein komplettes Team vorgegeben. Wir haben Shao, Chongyun, der Jone und Trella bei uns. Oh, wir haben jetzt sogar drei zu aufladen. Das ist ja so. Okay, aber wenn ich hier jetzt Wasser habe, dann kann ich mit meinem Trella gerade nicht viel anfangen.
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks
Sag das
available to people of all tastes.
What? No, never! I hate alcohol! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, they just sleep on the floor all night. Alcohol is the root of all kinds of evil. So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is. Nothing can stand in my way. If it means coming out to Liyue every day to pick fresh Jueyun chilies, then so be it.
Is it really worth all that effort?
Yeah. Because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol is, they even keep praising my drinks. It makes me furious!
But how is that possible? If this is the kind of stuff you're throwing into their drinks, it must taste absolutely vile. Surely.
Na, schau, was hast du wieder gesehen? Was hast du wieder gemerkt denn, der Junge?
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you don't believe me, I'll fix you a drink right now. Then you'll see.
No need.
Zu spät.
Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Julian?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless she's under the influence of some kind of power? Maybe an evil spirit.
Ja, jetzt fahren wir wieder runter.
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
Ja, aber sowas haben wir im Monster nicht. Darum.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Zu spät.
Oh boy. Look at that color. Yep. She definitely added Julian chilies.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't worry, there isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun chilies and finished with frog legs.
Ach, wie sich das anhört.
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good.
Ihr müsst euch nicht zwingen. Ist okay. Okay? Ja! Er kippt's einfach hinter. Unerwartet, aber ja, er ist halt stumpf, ne? Er macht's halt einfach.
Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. If the conqueror of demons drank it, it'd be rude of me to refuse. Oh.
Einfach hinter ihn. Augen zu und durch.
Onion drink his too. Is he gonna be okay?
This drink is...
Delicious.
Oh mein Gott, diese Augen. Ist das sweet. Ach, diese Quests von irgendwelchen Events sind einfach immer so niedlich und witzig gestaltet. Das ist echt... Wer auch immer sich das immer ausdenkt, ne? Ich liebe dich, Bro.
It does have a touch of Julian chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu suggested.
Bist du sicher, dass du da irgendwie nicht noch Pushmittel reingekippt hast? Das ist gerade irgendwie ein bisschen überdreht.
It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Julian chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes. Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and purity of nature distilled into a cup. Amazing. Simply unbelievable.
That's right. Slimes are absolutely sublime. Oh, I failed again. But wait, what's gotten into Chongyun? He's been so quiet up until now.
Ist alles gut bei dir?
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more.
Oh mein Gott, ich glaube, da war irgendwas mit, was ihn ein bisschen aufpushten.
Okay.
Pusht?
I think I've calmed down a bit.
Sehr gut.
I'm sorry. I can't believe I let you all see me like that.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to have after all.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Chongyun are actually kind of similar.
Etwas?
Xiao? What's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here?
Schauen wir einfach mal.
Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
There's a poem written on it. The conqueror of demons has truly amazing vision.
Gedicht auf einem gefallenen Blatt. In jener Nacht hat der Sternenhimmel so geduftet wie ein Blumengarten. Die Sterne waren die Bienen, die sich in der Nacht an weiten Träumen labten. In jener Nacht waren wir so unreif wie Tautropfen, das Mundlich floss wie seidiger Honig, der in der Quelle unserer Worte versüßte. Doch ich wandte mich ab und verließ dich, und die Worte in meinem Herzen blieben unausgesprochen. Seit jener Zeit glitzern die Sterne nicht länger, und das Mondlicht ist scharf wie Eis. Tief im Wasser habe ich sie verborgen, aber dennoch sehe ich sie immer vor mir, deine Tränen, wie sie in der Quelle tropften.
It sounds like the author is writing about the first time they met their true love.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it.
Vielleicht war auch das Stil oder so?
It makes no sense to me.
Ob ein Gedicht gelesen werden kann oder nicht, ist meistens nicht so wichtig.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late, if it can be put on paper, it can be expressed as poetry.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right?
You think? Then should we write a poem in reply?
But we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on fallen leaves!
But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Surely at least one of our leaves will find a path.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream!
Alles klar. Dann
Quit following me.
gehen wir mal nach oben. Das ist aber weit nach oben. Ah! Da hoch. Achso, ja, da ist eine Brücke. Da kann das durch. Okay. Dann gehen wir da hoch. Ach, dieses dumme Wildschwein. Immer der gleiche Mist, wenn du dich hierher teleportierst. Dann kriegst du direkt erstmal ein Wildschwein in die Fresse.
Too slow.
Wunderbar.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet?
Ist bereits geschrieben? Antwort Gedicht auf ein gefallenes Blatt. Die dunkle Nacht kann das Licht der Glühwürmchen nicht verdecken, und fließendes Wasser kann hartnäckige Steine nicht wegwaschen. Wenn die Worte fortbestehen, sind auch die Gefühle unverändert. Solange es nur felsenfest sind, können auch winzige Dinge der Welt trotzen. Möge das Phönixische Mondlicht auch ein weiteres Mal an seine Arme schließen. Oh, wie sweet.
Great! Now give it here, and Paimon will toss it into the water!
Stimmt das nicht? Danke für ein Ratschau.
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard.
Warum versucht ihr nicht auch ein Gedicht zu beschreiben? Nee, zu schreiben. Es hat sich gerade voll angehört, das was ich rein.
I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
Ja und?
The leaf's in the water. Look, it's like a little boat. Merrily, merrily down the stream. Life is but a dream.
Oh, das ist aber ein Zitat aus dem Lied. Ich kenne das Lied. Nevermind war das. Ich kenne das. Das ist, ich weiß nicht mehr, von wem es war, aber ich weiß, dass das Lied Nevermind hieß. Oh mein Gott, nettes Detail.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
Ja.
No, it's nothing.
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Nur eine nette Unterhaltung.
I just hope this isn't all in vain.
Wow. Aber Zhao hat heute mal richtig Energie aufgebracht, was mit anderen Menschen zu tun. Das passiert ja so oft. Oh, jetzt ist es wieder hell. Achso, jetzt
The
sind wir bei
scenery
dem.
here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration. Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
Nein,
It's
das ist
an
gut.
inspiration walk. There's no need for all that.
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe and see if I can't scavenge any firewood or food while I'm at it.
Ihr seid auf einem Spaziergang.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out in the wild.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Oh, okay then. Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk. Should I mention the scenery? The weather?
Sie denken echt zu viel nach. Sie sind einfach wirklich immer nur in ihrem Job drin.
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
Camp, oh mein Gott.
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home. So I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh, over there, firewood.
Rain outlines your fate.
Wunderbar, in der Mitte von irgendwelchen Deppen.
Body in mind.
Super. Die haben beide nichts drauf. Das ist ja wunderbar. Nicht. Also ihren Comic kann man sich schon verwenden, aber ihre normale Skill hat nichts drauf.
Leave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Also ja nur, ne?
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a decent lunch.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius for a while, not too long ago. I was in charge of surveying and mapping.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel. Charging across the world, sword in hand.
What? No, I'm nowhere near as amazing as all that. If I really run into a powerful enemy, I always leave it for someone stronger to deal with.
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, but by what's in his heart. As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest,
no matter where you go or what you have achieved, you may be called a hero.
That all sounded pretty profound. Well, I've never even thought about any of that before.
Hello? Are you okay? Maybe we should return, lest Noelle be forced to wait on us.
Oh, sure.
Nicht, dass ihr noch suchen geht, wenn ihr zu lang weg seid. Könnte ich durchaus zutrauen.
Body
Dann
and
verlebt
mind.
man sich wieder. Ja. Sag mal, woher hast du das hergezogen? Okay.
But you're back. Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat from your brow?
Ja.
No need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity.
Alles klar. Okay, es wird jetzt bestimmt gekocht. Warum nicht?
Noelle, your cooking is amazing. Every single dish is so tasty.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy such a satisfying meal in the great outdoors.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit I pick along the way, and that's my lunch.
Ja, sowas wie spazieren gehen kennen die irgendwie, die Ritter drüben irgendwie nicht, voll die beiden nicht. Die sind ja solche fleißigen Ritter, das ist ja unfassbar.
By sneaking out, you mean running away from home?
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like, I'm going out to take care of business.
But if you get caught, won't you get disciplined?
Nein, wir sind hier nicht im Ort of News.
So, just don't get caught.
Huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oder so. Das kann man natürlich auch sagen.
Did anything interesting come up while you were out scouting?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a hero. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition, you should be considered a hero too, Noelle.
Huh? Me?
Definitiv, ja.
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out training, you help out the citizens of Mondstadt. Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road? You cut it in two with a single blow.
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit and incredible martial prowess.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Finding inspiration.
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts. But so far, all we've done is gather some firewood and cook lunch. I have no idea what to write.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk, so bright and beautiful, one pauses to consider whether it ever feels the sadness and sorrow that humans do.
So we have to connect our internal world with the external one?
Exactly. But that's just one of many possible methods. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. She wrote one of the riddles we answered. Why don't we go say hi?
Warum nicht? Warum nicht? Hello.
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xingqiu, and this is Noelle and Mika.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Kelly Rowe.
Kelly Rowe. Also, oh Gottes Willen.
So, Miss Kelly Rowe, are you from Fontaine?
Ja, irgendwie schon. Sie schaut gekleidet aus wie Fontaine. Das habe ich auch gleich gesagt, glaube ich. Oder habe ich mir nur gedacht? Ich wusste nicht mehr.
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone Gate. It looked fun, so I thought I'd drop in.
Das ist halt so definitiv von Kleidung von Fontaine so. Ich finde, das ist eine sehr schöne Sache eigentlich. Dass man in der Kleidung schon immer erkennt, aus welcher Nation sie kommen. Das ist das netteste Detail.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative. Have you studied Liyue poetry before?
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting with people throughout my travels.
Amazing. So you're a natural poet.
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the flowing current beneath your feet?
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. I stopped for a moment and lost myself in admiring it.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's festivities?
Oh,
It's
hier ist
getting
schon
late
wieder eine
after all.
Mücke. Das ist schon... Ich weiß nicht. Das ist irgendwie so schrecklich mit den Viechern, weil du killst eine Mücke und am nächsten Tag hast du schon wieder die nächsten da hocken. Vor allem, weil die jetzt noch so richtig eklig werden, bevor sie irgendwie alle dann wieder aussterben über den Winter. Werden die noch so richtig eklig. Werden die irgendwie so richtig groß auf einmal. Ach, mag ich nicht. Aber wenn sie groß sind, kann man sie leicht erwischen. Leider habe ich sie heute nicht erwischt. Sie ist an der Wand gesessen, ich habe sie nicht erwischt. Naja.
Are you sure?
We
Ja.
can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas will give rise to new inspiration.
Well, I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe's couplet. I'm sure I can learn something.
Well, if you're all in agreement, I've got no reason not to join you.
Schön, dass alle wieder zurückkommen. Ob Schauer wohl noch mit uns zurückkehrt oder ob er sich vorher auf den Staub macht?
Woohoo! The first team is back, right on schedule. Huh? The others have yet to return?
Come on, let's hurry!
Na, dachte mir ja schon, dass ich Schauer vorher auf den Staub mache.
We're not too late, are we?
Just how far did you all go? Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2. Now, don't panic. The party hasn't started yet.
We made it! Oh, Paimon's exhausted.
Werden wir auch verfliegen müde?
Paimon gets tired if she has to fly too fast.
Ah ja.
Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon's hands are cramping up. Sounds like someone needs to exercise more.
Oh ja.
Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll remember her from yesterday, though you weren't introduced.
Hi, everyone. Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in reinforcements. Look who we got!
Ja. Er ist mittlerweile schon wieder weg.
Wait. Xiao? Where'd he go?
Ja. Der kommt doch nicht her. Der steht wieder irgendwo auf dem Berg weit weg und guckt uns zu.
Xiao, come on out!
Nein, der kommt nicht runter.
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Huh. Scratch that. Looks like we're still waiting on my co-host.
They say roosters crow at first light and finches go to bed at night. But Director Hu Tao's always on the ball. Anytime, anywhere, she'll answer your call.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival. The opening ceremony is over.
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Special guest? Hab ich doch
Director Who's
gewusst.
manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an
Ich habe ja schon gedacht, da kommt ein Jonglier um die Ecke. Alles andere, wenn es irgendwie... Ich hätte nicht gewusst, was anderes sein soll.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Die zwei haben sich ja irgendwie so lieb. Aber irgendwie auch... Sagen wir so, ich glaube, sie mögen sich schon, aber habe ich das Gefühl, dass Jonglier auch gerne mal genervt ist von Venti.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well. Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? He seems like somebody very important.
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite in many different domains of knowledge.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature both prosaic and poetic. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we have invited him here tonight to judge the compositions.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry.
Ja.
Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct me.
Ja. Er ist ein guter Schauspieler. Also, nur ein paar klassische Gedichte aus jedem Jahrhundert, das bis jetzt in Liyue existiert hat und du da bist oder so. Meinst du das?
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous. Just focus on judging.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion, Director.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal numbers on both sides.
Huh? Are you counting me too?
Komm schon, mach mit, es wird Spaß machen.
Okay, fine. But consider this a favor.
Yeah, okay.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations Congenial Poetry Gala.
It's okay. It's okay.
Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. That kind of puts Team Traveler at a bit of a disadvantage. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hu Tao, here to help out in your hour of greatest need. What does everyone think?
Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from having the chance to enjoy it like the rest of us.
Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to join in too and support your favorite team.
What about me? Shall I keep track of the score?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think, Judge Zhongli?
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine a competition in which they are judged on how rigorously they can adhere to Liyue poetic conventions. Since this is a congenial poetry gala, should we not begin with inspiration and finish with friendly conversation? The aim being for all participants to enjoy themselves.
That's a relief. I was so nervous about this, but it sounds like it's gonna be pretty relaxed.
Ja, hier soll doch niemand runtergemacht werden oder fertig gemacht werden. Es sollen doch alle Spaß haben.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further ado, I shall pass the baton to Venti.
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire others to share their brilliance. Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a Shinyue kiosk booth, delighting in countless contemporary tastes.
What? He managed to think of one already? Oh, he seems like a real expert at this.
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couplet? Oh, this is pretty difficult.
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair the modernity of their VIP dining experience with an emblem of the past. Ah! Maybe where I was training that one time. That was quite ancient. The weather was terrible that day. Okay, I got something.
Ja?
Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the boundless tenebrous skies ablaze.
Wow! Chongyun completed the couplet!
Xinyue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. These two iconic locations form a complementary pair. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene, the other portraying a hazardous outdoor scenario where there is no protection from the elements.
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. I guess I just got lucky. All right then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun, flesh confined to Qingse, spirit striding high on Zheyun's clouds.
Was? Keine Ahnung. Verstehe ich nicht.
Chongyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of various locations for their symbolism is quite novel indeed.
Ja, was wird das? So ein paar klassische Gedichte gelesen.
Oh,
Der interpretiert mir zu viel und zu schnell. Ich würde das auch gern können. Entschuldigung, kannst du mir was von deiner Intelligenz abgeben? Ich brauche das morgen. Oh Gott.
soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle do that?
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart. The symbolism in this case is centered around objects, truly the work of a skilled poet.
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk.
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and bird egg soup.
Lotus seed and bird egg soup? What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I need more time just to understand.
Oh, fühle ich. Oh, schön. Schön, Diona. Wir verstehen uns. Wir verstehen uns.
But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I mixed a similar drink recently.
Oh, ich glaube, ich habe was.
North beyond the Starfell Lake, south across the windswept plains, just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
Oh, da sieht man mal, hört man wieder die Stimme von Lumi. Hört man so selten. So im Spiel selber, der Traveler redet zu sehr selten mit Voiceline. Das ist ein bisschen traurig eigentlich.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you are clearly both seasoned travelers.
Oh ja.
Does this mean I helped?
Ja, dankeschön.
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the heat.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart. Still, it soothes the human heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin? This is a hard one to match.
Das Shin von Genshin bedeutet Herz. Genshin hat jedoch kein Herz. Ja, da steht, wie süß, echt.
Sweet dream is no dream. yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Oh. So really verstehe das nicht. Blütentraum ist kein Traum, nur noch besänftigt einen nächtlichen Traum. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Es hört sich schön an. Das ist alles, was ich sagen kann.
Sweet dream. Does that really match?
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, what is the link between
ja,
Sweet Dream
Blütentraum.
and Genshin?
Doch, da haben wir so ein Essen. Stimmt. Blütentraum ist eine Art Dessert.
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right? You're amazing!
Eigentlich schlafen wir nachts friedlich, weil schau da aus, um alle zu beschützen. Mochte er das Essen? Ich dachte, er mag nur Tofu. Also Madeltofu. Wo ist nochmal? Oh nein, geh doch jetzt nicht! Was?
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match. This point is well deserved.
Warum geht er denn jetzt, mein kleines Baby?
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far. Let's push the envelope a little. Go nuts!
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hu Tao? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night. Celebrate with circle of friends.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice. Decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a pedant's couplet.
Ein was? Inkohärentes Rapper? Was zum Teufel heißt das? Was? Ich habe es wohl noch nie gehört. Tut mir leid, meine Freunde, aber ich muss es googeln. Ich kenne das Wort nicht. Oh mein Gott, ich würde es gern verstehen. Inkohärentes? Oh mein Gott, was ist das für ein Wort? Ist das wirklich Deutsch? Oh Gott, ja, das ist wieder... inkohärent. Aha. Unzusammenhängend auf mangelnden Zusammenhang hindeutet. Aha. Okay. Wenn du es genau nimmst, habe ich immer noch keinen Plan, was das ist, aber egal.
The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel, meaning the two halves do form a cohesive whole. The strict pairings make this no easier to achieve than a thematically coherent couplet.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Gibt's doch irgendjemanden mal keinen Punkt?
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in two styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
Huh?
Hä?
So that's a pedant's couplet. Papa thinks she can do that too.
Ja.
Out of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. That's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Ups. Wie kommt der jetzt auf Barbara? Oh nein, das ist irgend so einer aus der Fanbase von Barbara.
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, your response was technically one word too long.
In that case, whopper flowers can't whop jumpy.
Jumpy Dumpy!
Oh, this Mondstadter's got talents.
Whew. I'm so relieved I at least managed to get one.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one! Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it.
Na, passt du's nicht mehr, Palmian?
Do you really think Paimon has what it takes?
Versuch's einfach.
Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe, beating up the eye of the storm.
Wow.
What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest before my eyes, and it was perfectly juxtaposed against the atmosphere of leisurely reading with a cup of freshly brewed tea.
Really? Maybe Paimon has a knack for this after all.
It appears that my services as a judge are no longer needed.
Nee. Findest du auch besser so, oder? Wow.
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
Ja, natürlich, habe ich die
I
gehört.
enjoyed myself too. Oh, I never knew Liyue's couplet poetry was so much fun.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many couplets. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Springs. Paimon never could have thought of that.
Stimmt das nicht? Kalio.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Ja?
Although, I do have a question I'd like to ask.
Ja.
All of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
Ja, habe ich.
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me this story once. It's about a spring fairy and a young boy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland and met a boy under the moonlight in a faraway land. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she listened to his stories. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love and was afraid that making a promise to him would ultimately end in tragedy. And so, I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Ah, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man. But he never stopped believing that the fairy was real, and not just a dream.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy in the story?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left. It's a shame that the misunderstanding never got cleared up.
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again, if she ever had another chance?
Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the story?
Isn't it a bit late? What if it just led to more regrets? Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe I'm being too pessimistic.
If Paimon was that boy... Actually, Paimon would definitely want to see the spring fairy again, no matter how old Paimon got. After all, she's the love of his life, right?
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you'll only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had such a high opinion of my abilities, Paimon. But the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is freestyle poetry.
Oh.
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry Cram class.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this freestyle poetry exactly? Aren't there any requirements at all?
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, content, or anything else. So long as it comes from the heart, you're welcome to put it into poetry. Give it a try. There's no better chance to express your innermost thoughts.
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Our travels? Or maybe all the food that the travelers cooked for Paimon.
Ja, warum muss es denn immer um Essen gehen, Paimon?
Will you come too, Caliroy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be there.
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately ponder your poems and bid you all good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh, und das zweite Gedicht ist abgeschlossen. Ah. Wir haben jetzt noch eins. Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass es auch wieder so eine Dreiviertelstunde bedauert, weil genau, das haben wir jetzt auch wieder gebraucht. Dann sind wir bei... Ist es... halb 11? Glaube ich. Ja, ich kann die Uhr doch lesen. Dann ist es halb 11. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir heute noch die Spielchen spielen. Aber ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube, die Spielchen spielen wir wann anders. Weil die will ich schon gerne irgendwie mit euch spielen auch. Obwohl, ich weiß noch nicht so genau, um was es geht halt darum. Oh, falscher Knopf. Keine Ahnung. Also, hier geht's noch. Das sind die Aufträge. Ja, ich weiß halt nicht, ob das so interessant ist, aber ich würde es gerne machen oder so. Mal schauen, ob man dafür Zeit findet. Mal gucken. Aber jetzt beenden wir erstmal die letzte Quest und damit dann wahrscheinlich auch den Stream. Weil morgen ist dann halt doch wieder Schule. Ich habe zwar noch keine Hausaufgaben mehr zu tun, aber irgendwann muss ich auch mal ins Bett.
Huh? Looks like we're a few people short today.
Ja.
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and focus on writing poems, so he'll join us later.
No, okay.
Noelle has other duties today, so she asked me to tell everyone not to wait up for her.
Ach nein.
Okay, well, never mind. What about Caliroy, though? She said she'd be here.
Aber sie hat auch sehr traurig geguckt.
I got here really early, but I haven't seen her yet.
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua Marsh during my morning training. She looked a little upset, so I didn't want to disturb her.
Upset? Oh no, what should we do? Was it something we said last night? Oh, Paimon's worried.
Sollten mal nachher gucken gehen.
I agree. If she's run into some kind of trouble, I'd like to help her.
Huh? You're all going? Then I'm coming too.
Shall we start with the bridge? We're all here a little early, so there should be time.
Good idea. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Drittes Gedicht. Herz der Tiefe. Wo ist denn die Brücke? Ist die weit weg? Na, kann man hinlaufen. Hallo Jochen! Na, ist das die Brücke, wo sie auch das letzte Mal... Ja, ich glaube, das ist die gleiche. Dann auf. Ach, nein. Ich wollte es eigentlich töten. Ach nee, habe ich jetzt echt. Nein, jetzt habe ich den aufgeweckt da. Das wollte ich nicht. Ach, nerven diese Dinger. Ja, aber ist jetzt nicht besonders stark gewesen. Okay, dann ignorieren wir das einfach.
Oh, so this is the place? We ran into her here yesterday too. She looked like something was weighing on her mind then as well.
Wisst ihr, sie ist halt auch wieder so komplett blau. Blaue Haare, blaue Augen. Und dann muss ich halt wieder zurück am Flaschenland denken. Glaubt ihr, sie ist auch sowas wie eine Okeanide? Wobei sie ist ja von Fontaine und nicht aus Flaschenland. Aber trotzdem irgendwie. Keine Ahnung.
It's also not far from where we were dropping those leaves.
Huh. Leaves?
Hat sie es geschrieben?
Oh, right. We were so busy matching couplets we forgot to mention.
Ob sie das geschrieben hat und unsere Antwort gefunden hat?
Interesting. I wonder, could Miss Callie Roy have been the one who wrote that poem on the leaf?
What makes you say that?
Oh, sorry. Nothing. Well, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, I guess.
Ach so.
It's just, that poem on the leaf kinda gave me the same feeling as when I saw her yesterday.
Now that you mention it, this is upstream from where we found the poem.
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Another leaf! Wow, you're right! And this one has writing on it too! After that leaf!
After that leaves. Oh mein Gott. Ich hätte... Hey, hallo, Fisch, bleib stehen. Dankeschön.
Why does it have to float so quickly?
Land. Vor allem, wenn hier noch ersauft.
Can't you just fly over and grab it? But Paimon can't swim. What if Paimon accidentally falls into the water?
Oh, komm.
It stopped.
No!
Ja, wenn du es jetzt nicht holst, dann gar nicht mehr. Ach, da. Direkt vor meiner Nase liegt's.
We finally caught it.
Are the words still legible, or have they been washed out?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it says.
Gedicht auf ein Gefallenblatt. Die Gefühle bestehen noch fort, doch die Zeit ist vergangen. Der Junge an der Quelle wird alt und gebrechlich. Erst wenn die Flüsse und Träume zusammen in das gleiche Meer fließen, werden wir uns wieder in einem endlosen Gedicht an den Händen halten.
Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. She must have picked up one of our leaves. Spring. Young boy.
Wir haben doch gestern über das Feen an der Quelle da geredet, oder wie es hieß.
Looking a lot like Callie Rowe was the one who wrote this. She seems to care a lot about that story, huh? Actually, when Paimon first saw her, Paimon was wondering, do you think... Is it possible that...
Lass uns... Also wenn wir jetzt das Gleiche denken, dann, Lass uns sie zuerst
Based on the
finden.
current and accounting for wind strength, everyone, please follow me.
Oh, hast du was gesehen? Oder was ist berechnet? Ich weiß es nicht. Ah, da oben. Ah! Da hoch? Wir kommen doch niemals wieder rechtzeitig zurück zur Eröffnung.
This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Na, da unten. Oh nein. Hey, tschüss.
She's surrounded by hilly churros! Let's go save her!
Verzieht euch, ihr hässlichen Gesichter. Aber dabei habe ich eure Gesichter noch nie gesehen. Hä? Guter Witz. Nein, die Arme, wie sie immer da stehen und eigentlich alles abkriegen.
Callie, are you okay? What's that?
Ist ein Tröpfchen.
It's a huge water droplet.
Genau das, was wir gedacht haben, oder?
Exactly what I saw the other day.
Callie Rowe?
Why are you all looking at me like that? Oh no, my body. Is it?
Ja.
That voice is definitely Callie Roy's.
How did this happen? Please wait a moment.
Wie ich mir gedacht habe, dass hier irgendwie sowas ist.
Oh no, did I use up too much energy?
How did you... What's going on here? Miss Callie Rowe, are you some kind of adeptus?
Naja, nicht
No.
ganz.
I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long. Actually, I'm an Ocean.
Hab ich's nicht gesagt!
Fontaine long ago.
Hab ich's nicht gesagt! Das war einfach das gleiche wie im Flaschenladen. Deswegen so, ja.
What's an Oceanid?
Was?
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after the Archon died and settled across the world.
That's correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I can't even completely recall how I found myself here. I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall clearly anything I saw on my journey. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and couldn't even sustain a physical form. Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly began to regain my power. Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through there is clear and pure, just like the hearts of the people who dwell there.
So you're the Spring Fairy of Springvale?
Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often came to the spring at night to speak with me.
Really? You're not messing with me, are ya?
I always thought that was just a local legend.
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one? Its name is Bubbles, is it not?
Yep! All those childhood memories. So they weren't just a dream. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves...
Das Mondlicht floss vielseitiger Honig. Der Junge an der Quelle wird alt und gerecht.
I see. So you were the ones who found my leaf.
Ja.
Well, you are correct. The Spring Fairy and Heart of Clear Springs is me.
No wonder you were asking us so many questions about it. So, the boy from the story...
Is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams, and still do to this day. Whether they're beautiful, sad, or filled with emotions I couldn't understand at the time. One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell from his face were more fragile than a moonbeam, and purer than the morning dew. I like humans, and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted to make sense of the feelings contained in his tears that were, then, a mystery to me.
Jetzt so seid ihr Freunde geworden.
Yes, we often met under the stars, sharing our stories with one another. Sometimes, we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the first bird chirping from the boughs, or the first cicada of summer.
Aw, that sounds lovely.
But one day, just like the book says, I saw an emotion in Finch's eyes that I couldn't reciprocate.
I felt out of my depth in uncharted waters. But I knew all too well that we Lockfolk face a very different fate from that of humans. Whatever was happening, I didn't want it to lead to Finch writing a chapter of his life that he would later come to regret. So, I fled and never appeared before him again.
Oh, Callie Roy.
My strength returns very slowly, and even after decades, I can only sustain a physical form for a very short time. I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on and meet me when the stars in the night sky have all gone out. But after seeing so many people's stories and hearing about all their dreams, I have gradually come to understand Finch's heart. This feeling of wanting to respond to his feelings is surging relentlessly in my chest, and I can no longer restrain it. But I'm also scared. Scared that if I go and see him now, I'll bring nothing but disappointment and even more pain when it comes time to part.
Oh.
It really is a difficult choice.
Please go see him.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. When I was struggling to learn how to draw maps, he was always encouraging me, telling me not to give up, always keep trying, and get out there and have some adventures. He often tells me stories about his past, but I've never once seen a look of regret or sadness in his face. And even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands there by the spring, every day, as if he's waiting for something. I believe that he's serious about his feelings for you, Miss Callie Roy. He's never stopped hoping that he'll see you again one day. So if you want to see him too, then what are you waiting for?
Mika. Das hast du gut gesagt.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit too excited and I just thought, well, it just sort of came out.
I understand. That settles it. I've decided. I will go back and see Finch.
Ja, macht
You
es.
will? Amazing. That's great.
But I'd like to ask all of you for some help.
Und?
Sure. Just say the word. We'll help you any way we can.
Would you come to Springvale with me and help to bring Finch to my side? I cannot maintain this form for much longer, and I'm worried others will see me how I was just before.
Leave it to me. I'm really close with Grandpa Finch.
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't want Springvale's tranquil waters to become agitated on account of all this.
Sei unbesorgt, okay?
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone. That's a promise.
Great. I can't thank you all enough.
What's wrong? Are you gonna turn back into a water droplet?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, I'm still worried that I won't have the words when the time comes.
Ich hab so eine Idee. Ich schreibe Ihnen ein
A
Gedicht.
poem?
Ja. Sag mir auf diese Weise, was du tief in deinem Herzen verbirgst.
Okay, good idea. I'll write him a poem. And it will be called Heart of Clear Springs.
Das ist doch perfekt. Jetzt echt nach Quelling. Wie viel war es noch im letzten Teil vom Wettbewerb? Oh, wie traurig. Aber gut, das ist, denke ich mal, ist dann ein bisschen wichtiger. Nerdringe? Willkommen in Mondstadt. Oder kommt er gar nicht mit? Ich weiß nicht, ob er mitkommt. Ich meine, er kennt Finch auch nicht. Warum? Ach, er ist hier.
Okay?
Wunderbar. Willkommen, Kleiner.
It's nothing. I'm just scared that I won't be able to maintain this form much longer.
Ist das schlimm?
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Caliroe. I'll go fetch Grandpa Finch.
Take it slow, Diona. Finch isn't a young man anymore. He's not as steady on his feet. I can still hold on a bit longer.
Okay, stay strong. You can do it.
Okay. Dann holen wir ihn mal. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob wir ihn können, so wirklich. Ja, vielleicht.
Following me.
Jedenfalls immer, wenn ich hier irgendwo in irgendwelchen Gärten bin, dann raube ich ihn erstmal aus. Ne, da steht er wieder und wartet.
Grandpa Finch!
Ah, die Sonne geht schon unter.
Is that Diona? You're back early today.
Today's your special day, Grandpa Finch. Can you come with me?
Oh? Well, where are we going?
Over there, to the waterfall.
Did you catch a nice little fishy?
Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your father that I'd go to...
Grandpa Finch!
All right. All right. No need to get worked up. I'm right behind you.
That's more like it. Now come on, I'll help you.
Draft's daughter is just like him when she's on a mission.
Ist da was schlecht dran? Ja, entspann dich da.
Over here, over here. It's okay, Grandpa Finch. Take your time.
What's all this? What are all these people doing here? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not mistaken. You do know that today's not my birthday, don't you?
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and... well, there's someone we'd like to introduce you to.
Finch.
That voice. Caliroe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, I remember. I remember all right. How could I ever forget?
Nein, nicht
Although
weinen.
your appearance is different than I recall. Back then, you looked like you'd stepped right out of a fairy tale. But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can change forms. But in your eyes, I'm probably the one who's changed beyond all recognition.
Oh, even after all these years, you still know just what to say to make me laugh.
I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night. There have been times when I've wondered whether it really was all a dream.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long. It's been but the blink of an eye, really.
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now? Well, of course. I'd be delighted to listen. I'll hang on every word that leaves your lips.
In that case, let me read you a story about the spring fairy. Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I
searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now, I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Oh mein Gott, das war so schön.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago. It really has been a long, old time, hasn't it?
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem, it explains everything.
Thank you, Finch. Please, take this.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed from my own power. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long it'll be before I can change back into human form again. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected, no matter the distance between us. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if you call me, I will meet you in your dreams.
Wie das wahre Herz der Quelle.
It's so romantic.
Shh.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? This is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever want to wake up again.
Huh? Don't say that.
I'm only joking. It seems that you still have much to learn.
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly Rowie look so happy. Oh, what a perfect moment.
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me. I've never forgotten you either.
to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever annoying?
Of course not. You are one of the truest friends I have in the entire world. That's why I gave you your gift, so that a part of me could always be with you.
Huh?
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients a blessing from this water spirit? And if so, is it also possible that my pure yang spirit is a gift from some being?
My physical form is about to disappear. Finch,
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you or deciding to talk to you that night. Not once. All these long years. Not for a single moment.
It probably goes without saying, but neither have I.
Although it was different from in the stories. That fateful night, I never gave you that kiss. This gift that represents my promise and my love. I give it to you now.
Bei mir, mach deine Augen zu.
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But Paimon didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Grandpa Finch?
Don't worry now. She hasn't gone far. Just like she said, she'll always be one with the spring, by our side and in our dreams.
Ja, wir werden zurückgehen. Werden wohl die letzte Phase verpasst haben. Aber das war's wert. Oh, können wir vielleicht... Oh, weiß nicht, ob das angebracht ist, aber könnte man vielleicht... Ach ne, muss man da nicht kämpfen? Hol ich an. Könnte man vielleicht ihr Gesicht vorlesen?
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks like you're in much better spirits than before. Hutao's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthology. She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. By which I assume she meant she eagerly anticipates receiving everyone's freestyle poetry submissions to help her close the deal.
Stimmt. Das war ja heute so ein 30. Aber haben wir keine Öffnung gehabt oder so? Naja, die haben wir wohl verpasst.
Where have you all been? I've been waiting here forever.
Oh, sorry.
Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature. And with any luck, I'll bet they heard some fine poetry along the way.
How deaf Bard! Does this mean that right from the start
Ja, versprochen.
Right from the start, you said you would treat us to a nice meal!
Huh? Did I?
Denke, wir haben ein gutes Essen verdient.
Very well. Since the traveler agrees, then it looks like I can't escape this time. Diona, dear Diona, could I trouble you to fix us a couple of your delicious beverages?
You wish. All right. Well, normally I'd never agree, but since I happen to be in a good mood today...
Huh? So, just what have you guys been up to all this time? Why does it feel like there are some unspoken words hanging in the air here that everyone is privy to but myself?
Really? Must be the breeze. You're reading way too much into it.
Ja, stimmt, er hat mir versprochen, nichts zu sagen.
Yeah, that's right. We're just, taking a walk. Inspiration walk, since it worked so well last time.
So even Mika's in on it? Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunted house recently that you'll definitely want to check out. I'm willing to bet that even your pure yang spirit won't be able to scare off these demons.
Ja, bist du gemein.
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. Not this time.
Ah. Ja, angepisster Kuss. Aber ja, Chang'an, wir haben es versprochen.
And I'm starting to think that maybe this pure yang spirit isn't such a bad thing after all.
Huh? What the? What's gotten into you? Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans. Something big definitely went down here.
Sorry, but we can't tell you. Ach, oh, was? Wir haben das Bild gekriegt. Warte, was? Das müssen wir uns sofort anschauen. Aber sofort. Ja, Moment mal. Nein, nicht hier. Da. Warte. Ich brauche. Wo hängt man es hin? Maybe here. Oh mein Gott, ist das... Oh nein, ist das schön! Aber auch irgendwie so traurig. Ach nein. Oh Gott. Okay. Aber ich würde einfach mal sagen, das war's für heute. Ich würde mal sagen, wir hatten doch schon einen sehr schönen Abend zusammen. Das war wirklich sehr schön, wie immer halt. Ich kann einfach nur sagen, dass die Storys hier einfach wunderschön sind. Und immer so emotional. Das ist so... Es nimmt nicht immer richtig mit. Da bin ich immer voll drin.
Take it and have fun.
Aber, ja. Na, wieder wunderbare Arbeit. Wirklich sehr schön gemacht, so. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir die Spiele zusammenspielen werden. Ich weiß ja nicht, wie interessant sie sind. Aber ich hoffe auf jeden Fall, dass euch das gefallen hat hier heute. Und naja, wir sehen uns dann irgendwann wieder, denke ich mal.